All right, everybody, welcome back to another video. The video I have for you today, the message is so important. It's going to help a lot of you out here, so please stay to the end so you can hear everything that I have to say. I promise you will not regret it. But I first want to start off by saying this. Listen, for the past couple weeks on my channel, we've been taking a real intense deep dive into politics. And listen, yes, on one hand, I'm trying to persuade you to see what my party has to offer you, and I'm trying to get you to vote. But more so than that, my main objective is to get everybody, regardless of what you believe or what principles you live by, to just simply look objectively in morality at the world, to not take out of context clips or social media or the news as gospel, not to listen to somebody's opinions or feelings and take it as gospel, but to really search for truth yourself. Okay? Something that I want to talk about. Regardless of the party that you coincide with, regardless of the side that you lie on, there is a problem in this country right now that everyone should agree with and everyone should have a problem with. And that is the fact that this generation, my generation, is the most drug and alcohol addicted, but more worse than that in some ways, the most mentally ill, depressed, anxious, and angry generation that we've ever seen. That kills me. That hurts me. And when I talk about these issues, people around in my corner and in my family and in my friend groups and in my peers will say that I lack empathy and that I'm not the best person to talk about these things. But in fact, I am, because I know the truth and I know that what will help. When it comes to the drug and alcohol addictions and everything like that, yes, a candidate with the best policies is probably going to help the most. But when it comes to the mental health issues, there's only one person that's going to help you and save you, and that is the Lord Jesus Christ. I need you to understand. I'm going to pop up on the screen right now. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, and it says, I know the plans that I have for you. They are plans for your prospering and not for harm. It is plans to give you hope and a future. I highlighted that in yellow. You can read that right here, right now. In red, we will see what God is going to do for you, but in green, we see what you are going to do. It says things such as you will have to seek, you will have to look, you will have to act. Okay? And when you do those things, God will find, God will listen, God will hold. You need to take a second to look at those highlighted words. Majority of them are actions. In this life, in this generation, a lot that I see is people that are lacking motivation, but more so lacking discipline. Because they've never been disciplined in their life by their parents, and their friends do not hold them accountable. They have no discipline in their life, therefore they do not act, and depression, anxiety, and anger is allowed to creep in. I live by this principle. I don't believe in depression. That does not mean I've never been depressed. I have been depressed and I've fought depression in my life. The reason I do not right now believe in depression is because how can something harm me if I do not believe it? My belief is that my disbelief in depression makes me happy. And I know that that is a possibility for all of you. Is depression real? Yes. It's not what I'm saying by disbelieving. But what I am saying is that you have to act against depression, against anger, against anxiety. I have horrible anxiety. My mom and dad wanted me to go to a doctor to get pills. I refused. They said it was a bad decision. I said, think about it. I said, no, I'm going to trust in my God. I'm going to give him my anxieties, and he's going to give me peace that transcends understanding. And I will get through this. And that's exactly what I do. I want to tell you right now, I want to inspire you, encourage you. If you are somebody that lays in bed because you're so anxious, because you're so depressed, if you're somebody that listens to sad music because you're so anxious, you're so depressed, if you're somebody that doesn't go to the gym or doesn't take care of yourself, doesn't form relationships, or whatever it is, because you're anxiety-ridden and depressed, I'm telling you right now, those are not going to help you. I know people in my life that deal with these mental issues, and they have those strategies, and 10 years down the road of dealing with the same strategies, they've done the same things to deal with them, and they still have the same problems. Albert Einstein said, if you do the same actions and expect a different result, that is the definition of insanity. I know that is very hurtful to some people. It might be a lack of empathy to call them crazy, but I'm telling you right now, if you were 16 years old dealing with mental health issues and you dealt with them in the same way for 10 years and now you're in your mid-20s to early 30s and you still have the same problems, maybe we should look somewhere else. I'm asking you to look to God. You have to act first in this life to get the means for good to appear in your life and to defeat evil. But not only that, when you act specifically in your relationship with God, he will listen, he will find you, and he will hold you. His plans for your prospering, not your harm, is to give you hope in a future. In God, you can do anything when you have God who can be against you.